Hey everyone, this is Just Marky coming to tell you that this is another movie review from Netflix, A Fall from Grace, a Tyler Perry movie. I hope you enjoy.
Hello everybody, this is like literally my third time doing this video. Um, the way my recording situation is set up, I can't like pause it or stop it and continue. So this is like literally my third time. So let me hurry up and try to get through this. If you don't know, my name is Marky. This is another edition of Opinionated, where I come and talk about things from the entertainment business, celebrity gossip, and movie reviews and TV show reviews. So like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more things like this. So, A Fall from Grace. It's a movie by Tyler Perry. It came out on Netflix about a week ago. Um, yeah. Okay. So, backstory, what it is basically about a woman named Grace. She was a new divorcee, found love, got married quickly as hell, um, found out that the man she married is nothing like the man he perceived to be. Um, Basically, basically tried to kill him cause he tried to steal money from her, or he did steal money from her. She tried to kill him. She's in jail. Lawyer is trying to get her out of jail. Period, point blank. That's the end of the story. So, reasons for me liking it. My reasoning of liking it is honestly, I have three reasons. It's two of the reasons because of the characters that we're playing, and then the third is because of the twist of it. And that's just me. So, Phylicia Rashad, if you don't know who she is, that was Miss Claire Huxtable. She is in the movie as Grace's best friend. And then also Cicely Tyson is also in the movie as just a random person until we get to the end. So I'll tell you who Cicely Tyson is a little bit later. So the third reason why I like this movie because it ended up becoming a thriller at the last 20 minutes of it. Okay. So the reasons for me not liking the movie. One, a lot of the character's situation, like, was very stupid to me. Very bad acting. Um, to be honest, from Grace, I feel like she was the weakest. Even though I did not like the lawyer, she to me was dumb. She was very late on a lot of things. She wanted to. I don't know. It was just like she kind of tried too hard. Like, for instance, like, okay, I gotta think. I gotta think. Like, just over the top. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that she really didn't do her job until the very last. Like, oh no, we about to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? So when I mean by we were about to do it this way, basically Grace said that she wanted to just do the maximum time as long as she can get close to her son. She didn't want to take it to trial. She didn't want all that because if she took it to trial, they would have asked for the death penalty. So they didn't want to do that. So Grace was like, okay, whatever, fine. So Tyler Perry, he played the DA. He played, well, not the DA. He played the public defender's boss. So the lawyer's boss. Um, First of all, the hair choice with everybody. This is the season right now of wigs, lace fronts, all of that. Wigs are so natural now. It makes no sense. Tyler Perry has been known for bad wigs since his damn plays. Bad wigs in movies, bad wigs in plays, just bad. Like, At this point, just let them wear their natural hair. Natural is in. Get them some braids, faux locks, something, a lace front, something. Them wigs is trash, including his. Trash. To me, I think he was also over the top for him to be who he was. Like, I understand, yeah, your authority, yeah, you need to be mean, but I feel like Tyler Perry's character is the reason why. Like, we knew who the damn lawyer got, who she was taught from, because they both was just, it was the same way to me. Bad acting, bad acting, bad acting. Another thing. I felt like they rushed through a lot. Like, I get it. It was like the main setting was in jail. Like, they were in the room consulting, talking, and all that. So it was a lot of back and forth, like, of just remembering like what happened, telling her side of the story to her lawyer, right? So right before, like, just to jump it all off, I think the lawyer had went in to see Grace and was like, "Yeah, you about to get the max. Like, they ain't budging. They very adamant about it. You're about to get max." So Grace started crying, and those tears made the lawyer actually do her fucking job. The lawyer decides, oh, because she's crying, I never seen a guilty person cry that way. Now let me start investigating. Public defenders for your ass, I tell you. So that's when we were introduced to Phylicia Rashad. Now, remind you. Oh, I forgot to add. Who else I liked in this movie? The other person I liked in this movie was the cop, which is the lawyer's husband. I liked him too. He has some sense. Everybody in the damn movie was dumb as fuck except him in Sicily. I digress. So the lawyer goes over Phylicia Rashad's house, and just asking her about it or whatever. She was like, honestly, this is my fault or whatever, because I told her to go on this date or whatever. I tried to set her up, yada, yada, yada. So, all right, fine. Something weird happened. Excuse me. And then Phylicia Rashad was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, it was so freaking weird, because Phylicia, she was like, she had got up, got the girl's coat, and was like, yeah, here you go. Isn't it time for you to go? Like, rushing her out the door, but really nice about it. Like, bye, ta-ta. That's how she was. So it was like, okay, that was weird. So the whole entire time I'm watching this, I peeped that, right? And then fast forward to Phylicia, like, okay, like I said, main setting, Grace is telling her story. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Okay? A lot of back and forth. So I'm not going to go through a lot of the back and forth back to Phylicia Rashad. So her and Grace was sitting down one day, and she was like, yeah, I'll be mad as hell. You need to get back out there. You need to do this. You need to do that. So she gave her this invitation to this place to go to. So Grace wasn't feeling it. Like I said, she had just gotten out of being married or whatever. She wasn't really feeling it. But she ended up getting herself together and go. So while she doing all of that or whatever, she goes to this place, and this guy walks up to her. They started talking. They hit it off. And then the next following day, he the guy, she didn't tell her, and she didn't give him any information. Like, I think all she gave was a name. Like, literally, not even the last name, just Grace. And that's it. They didn't get to talk about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he didn't give her anything, but he sent her a rose and a painting from the night before to her office because he was the artist or whatever, a photographer, whatever. Remember that, a photographer. Okay, so after the paint in a row, she was like, I'm gonna give it a day. I ain't gonna be thirsty. I ain't gonna call him right away. Da, da, da. So she calls Phylicia Rashad and was like, should I call him? Da, da, da. Should I go? Should I do this, that, and the third? And Phylicia was like, girl, you better get that photographer. Do I need to take you to him? Da, 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 da. And so Grace started seeing dude all day, every day. Like, just, they started seeing each other every single day. He walked her home at night, every single night. Until they got married. As soon as they got married, it switched. Like, literally. He was the perfect man, and then all of a sudden, he talking to bitches on the phone in front of Grace. He fucking a bitch in Grace's house, a house that she paid for with her money after she got a fucking divorce out of her own pocket. Okay, remind you, she works at a fucking bank. And this is another thing that I don't get. This lady has worked for the bank over 10 years. Doing whatever she's been doing for over 10 years. And this is so fucking fucked up to me. So let me go ahead and fast forward. So Grace think that, like, basically Grace thinks that it's like he cheating on her, right? Okay. So Grace is on her feelings, like, oh yeah, I'm finna set this nigga straight. Do woo woo woo. So I'm like, okay, it was very weird. Just very, very weird how they went about it. So dude walk up in the house. Grace caught herself trying to go off. Dude, like, can you give me a minute to talk to my wife or whatever? And she was like, anything you can say in front of me, you can say to my friend. And then Phylicia was like, that's right, her friend. Don't forget that. Like, bitch, I'm like, she was just very, 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 very just in too much. Too much. So it's very involved in a marriage that she's not supposed to be in, okay? So fast forward a little bit more. She goes off on her husband, and then she was like, I just got fired from my job. All money is gone. All the monies from their bank accounts is gone. Everything is gone. Just gone, gone, gone. And he just like, I needed the money. I had to pay some people back. That's my money. You're not getting it back. Straight face. I need you to give me that money back. I need you to give me that money back now. You're going to give me that money back. This is Grace. That nigga just told you he's not giving you the money back. Yeah, he ain't shit. But you're dumb. I say you're dumb because you was with this dude for how long? You know nothing about this man. You didn't check his credentials. Wouldn't it have been weird that he didn't have any other art gallery appointments, anything? He's a photographer. Remind you, every time he was taking pictures of this girl, her bank statements was open just like this on the side of her, on the computer. And so he's right here taking pictures. And she's like, oh, and he's zooming in on the bank statements, on all the codes, all the passwords, all that. He ain't got not name a picture of you, baby girl. It was all of your computer. So She snaps. She hits him multiple times with the bat and drags him and pushes him down the basement steps. She calls Phylicia Rashad. Um, and then that was it. Like, it was like literally, we did not see where dude went. We did not see Phylicia Rashad go to her house. We did not see her son go to her house. And this is all in trial. It was like, yeah, they called phone records, yada, yada, yada. And this is the thing. Why didn't you pull phone records? How did you say, like, the lawyer? So fucking stupid. Like, girl. I could not. I just couldn't. Ended up going into contempt. The lawyer got put in jail. And then come to find out, okay, so because of this shit, okay, let me back up. I'm going too far. So we're at trial, right? So the lawyer was like, the only way this gonna work is if we put your friend Sarah on stage, which is Phylicia Rashad. And they were saying to put her on stage because of the fact that she could be a character witness. Okay. And so the DA had phone records. And this is so fucking pissing me off because the night before, the lawyer and two of her lawyer friends came over and they was going over that stuff, and she was supposed to she was looking at the phone records. So I don't understand how the fuck you did not get the same phone records that the goddamn DA got. How the fuck don't you have that? How don't you? So, so after that, basically, she was, they put Sarah on the stage, and she was like, I don't recall her calling me, because they asked her like 10 times, did she call you? What y'all talk about? This, that, and the third. And she was like, oh, we talked about 15 minutes, and that was it. I don't remember. That's my best friend. We talk about things all the time. And he was like, oh, really? Well, as of the 17th of that night, it seemed like there was one outgoing call to you and then 2 incoming calls coming from you. So I'm not understanding. And she was like, she told me he killed him. Remind you, y'all, there's no body. Dude gone. Like, when they got back to the house, there was no body at all. So she's going to jail for murder, and they can't even find a body. So, okay. At this point, the trial's lost. Basically, at the end, after Phylicia Rashad said that Grace killed oh boy, they basically was like, the lawyer just basically like washed her hands of the situation, was like, I rest. Like, I'm not arguing no more. I rest. So she threw the case, basically. Didn't ask her no questions, no nothing. Which was stupid because this is supposed to be her best friend and she gonna sit there and say that. So I definitely would have cross-examined her. So because of the fact of that, the next following day, she tried to call her back up onto the stage, and the judge told her ass a smooth no. And then she kept fighting the judge and was like, Sarah, get on the stage. Sarah, get on the stage. Phylicia Rashad. And the judge was like, bitch, if you say that shit again, I am throwing you in for contempt. And so that's exactly what happened. And Grace went for murder. Like, they locked her up for murder. But before, Grace's son was crying and this, that, and the third. And lo and behold, y'all, so Sarah's sitting right next to her son, Grace's son, consoling him. Right? Consoling. I got him, girl. I got him, bestie. I got him. Grace looked down. And who necklace do she see around Sarah's neck? Her husband's. Bitch, what? So her mind starts This is where the twist come in. Her mind starts jogging, starts racing, putting things together. What she said here, what she said that. Oh, she wanted me to go out and meet this dude. Oh, how she know he was a photographer? How you know this, that, and the third? How you sat there and brushed across his finger when he was walking out of the room? That house he told you when he told you that he needed to talk to me. All this shit is just playing in her head. She's like, oh hell no, call my lawyer. Where the fuck my lawyer at? In jail right next to you, bitch. She in jail right next to you. But they ended up finding it out. Like I don't know how it ended up. Like I don't remember how the lawyer. I don't know what made the lawyer go back to Sarah's house, but when she got out of jail, she ends up going back over to Sarah's house, Phylicia Rashad's house, and here comes Miss Cicely Tyson shuffling down the street in the road, talking about I'm going to my house. And the lawyer's like, yeah, your house is this way. Let's take you back home to Sarah's house. And she was like, oh no, baby, that's not my house. I live that away. I was finna go to my house and call call the cops. I don't live there. I ain't never lived there. And she like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, let's go ahead and go back to Miss Sarah's house. Let's go ahead and head back there. So they go back there, and Cicely Tyson told her, like, no, I don't live here. Like, this is not my house. I need you to help me get the fuck up out of here. And I was trying to go home to call for the other people that's here. And she like, what? Is the lawyer being stupid again? What you talking about? Where do you live? And so she gave her the address. Now this address is the same address of like a company who basically took out a second mortgage for Grace's house, because Grace's house was paid off. Come to find out, her husband had taken out a second mortgage on that house, and all of the information was supposed to be going to the Sycamore Street. Come to find out, that's Cicely Tyson's house, and it looked abandoned earlier in the movie. It was like mail piled up, everything looked abandoned, so they didn't know who the fuck it was. So now the lawyer knows, like she knows, and she's thinking or whatever of just everything, whatever that happened. She was like, oh my fucking God. Not once did she ever fucking think about, let me get out and call my husband to come and search this shit. Not once. But instead, she, one, leaves her fucking phone on the table. Two, goes downstairs to the basement. Left Cicely Tyson in the kitchen. Stupid. What does she find downstairs? A whole bunch of chained up old women. So, come to find out, Sarah is a notorious kidnapper and identity theft. I don't know if she does identity. I don't think she does something like she basically she kidnaps elderly women who are wealthy, and she takes their fortune and also keeps them hostage to collect their Social Security checks. That's what she was doing. So the husband, Sarah's husband, no, I'm sorry, Grace's husband is Sarah's son. So they've been doing this shit over 25 plus years. And that sums it up. Basically, the husband did find out. The police think, they all found out. They all found out and sent the husband while he was like in dispatch. Sent him information. He goes over there, busts open the door, try to be Captain Save-A-Ho. The lawyer ends up shooting the husband for real. And he ends up dying. And then Phylicia Rashad, right before the boy got killed, the son got killed, / husband got killed. Basically the lawyer's husband, the cop, he had handcuffed He had handcuffed her, and she fled. Like, she was just out of there, gone, and never heard from again. Went to a nursing home and started the process over again. So that's the whole summary of the movie. Like I said, I like the last 20 minutes of the movie. Last 20 minutes of the movie. The last 10 minutes of that damn movie. And the bad guy was one of my favorite characters. Last 10, 20 minutes. That's it. I did not like the movie. I wish Tyler Perry would stop acting like he's the greatest writer of all time and that he does not need other creators, black creators, on his table with him. I need him to stop writing for black women because you are not a black woman and you do not know what we go through. Yes, you can attest to the things we go through for the simple fact that you are a black man and you know, just off of the things of that your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, you know what I mean, your auntie, all them went through, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I feel as though we've heard it all before. I feel like he's he's always making the same type of movies. Always. It's always about a story of a struggling black woman who's either been used or abused. It's like, damn, like, or we're the mad black woman. We're the bitter women. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, when can we be more than that? When can we be more than a strung out, doped out mom or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that they predict. Like, I honestly don't remember one movie that the leading role was a man. I mean, besides Mr. Deeds, and I feel like that wasn't even a leading role for a man. That was a supporting character. To be the very first movie out of Tyler Perry Studios, I am not impressed at all. I feel like it was very rushed. You can tell it was made in 5 days, as it was. Very, very rushed. Very, very rushed. Bad acting, dumbass characters making dumbass decisions. And I think we've seen enough of struggling black women. I need a new storyline, seriously, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I am. I am so tired of it. And for the simple fact that you just think that these movies is a shit. Like, you literally, they're like, okay, you got a lawyer here, but like, mixed with like, it's night and day, like, in the same shit. Like, you got a lawyer, black woman, but you don't make her this I'm the shit type of woman, but instead you make her this fragile, dumbass female. Like, and then y'all want to sit here and make it seem like this lady done did the worst of all worst to a real legitimate celebrity, because remind you, this dude tried to act as if he was a celebrity. So y'all sit here and try to make it seem like this lady actually did something to a legitimate celebrity, but y'all going to basically negate the fact that this nigga stole money from her. Not once was that brought up in trial. Not once did they ask her what the fuck the motive was. Not once. Not once. Not fucking once. Like, that's the thing that's pissing me off, because it's like I sat here and watched the movie and all y'all can tell me the best y'all could come up with is him getting his head bashed in and him not actually dying, and then at the end of the movie that the lawyer had to actually kill him. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, can her name at least be rectified and clear with the bank, who did no type of no nothing? It was like, oh yeah, it was you, your password, your code, your this, that, and the third. It's you. Get the fuck out and be gone. His acting was bad. I look at a lot of things. So he's sitting here reading the folder. He was like, yeah, you can dismiss yourself before I call the cops. And then she walking out and he closed it and he just shake his head. Like, so this is him. You can dismiss yourself before I call the cops. Like, you wasn't reading shit on there. You put your head down in that paper as if you was doing something. You wasn't doing nothing. Ain't shit in that paper. It wasn't nothing in that folder. And then you just sat there and shook your head. Like, boy, bye. Trash ass acting from everybody around the board, except Miss Cicely Tyson, who actually has some fucking common sense, was trying to get gone from day one of us seeing her on the goddamn screen. She was trying to let y'all know this bitch ain't shit. Help me get the fuck up out of here. Help me get to my house. Da, 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 da. She kept saying that shit. Kept saying it. And y'all thought she was crazy. This bitch was dead ass for real. But that's all I got for y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts, y'all comments. I honestly, it's a no for me. It went from a drama to a thriller in like 2.2 seconds. That's probably my climax was the thriller. 10-20 minutes after when everything all said and done. So yeah. That's it. That is the episode of Opinionated. Let me know if you like it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.